Hello, everyone. I'm Peter. We're ready? Okay. And I'm from Norway. Very happy to be here. Thank you for having me. And I will talk about WebAssembly music. And what is exactly WebAssembly music? Well, it's about not creating music in audio files or WAV files or MP3 files, but in small computer programs, which is where WebAssembly is a technology to be able to run programs, right? And this has been going on for many years. I started originally in the Commodore Amiga demo scene, and we were experimenting with creating small, tiny programs that were able to play music, show graphics, and show off different coding. So this has been going on for a long time, but now it's possible to use the blockchain with it, which is very exciting. And as you saw here, this is a web browser, so everything runs in the web browser. And what I will play here is there will be no recorded instruments at all. It will all be synthesized in real time by this WebAssembly binary, by this WebAssembly program. So it's all generated by math and code, and yeah, no sampled sounds. And it's all in tiny program files, just like 30, 40 kilobytes. What you will see now is the live coding environment I have. This is where I create the music. So on the left side here, you have JavaScript code where you can actually write notes. So I will just write something now so you can hear. And it just plays notes, right? So just what I wrote there. And I have some more going on here. So I have a beat. So what's in here is as you can see, there are notes here representing the notes for the drums. I can also play them separately, so if I just change here to the drums, I can. So it's connected to the MIDI keyboard, and I can also use the computer keyboard here. And I have many other instruments here too. So for example, the piano here. The sustain pedal is not working, so and piano is kind of very hard to create mathematically, but I think you can hear that it almost resembles that. And I'll show you just how it works when I modify the piano in some way. So I'll just have to find the code down here. And let me just, for example, change the top filter frequency here, the feedback frequency. So right now it sounds like this. Yeah, so you can hear the sound is changing. So, and there are other instruments here too. So this is being compiled on the fly. It's assembly script code, which is one of the languages that compile very well to WebAssembly. So you have assembly script. Rust was already mentioned, but assembly script is very close to JavaScript, which makes this really kind of convenient when you write the music in JavaScript and the code for the synthesizer in assembly script. And there are lots of other instruments here too, so the strings, for example. And let's play the guitar. And the bass. And maybe it's more fun to play along with the beat. And for example, play the flute as well. Okay, so I think you get the basic idea of what this is about, and what I can do here when I've created some music, I can just say that I want to export it to a WebAssembly file, and then it creates this little WebAssembly binary. It's like this song here is 30 kilobytes, and that is suitable for actually uploading on the blockchain itself, on the Near blockchain. So, and that brings me to why use Near for this. I already did this WebAssembly music before Near. I showed it at the WebAssembly Summit last year. And it was cool to discover Near that use WebAssembly for smart contracts. And so it's very flexible for what languages to use. And you can also benefit from all the security and performance features that WebAssembly has. And for me, of course, use the same language assembly script for creating instruments and also creating the smart contract. So, and for these small music files, they can be stored on the blockchain. So, and then there are no need for additional storage. So actually, the web page I have for playing and selling all of this, it's hosted completely from the blockchain. So no need for cloud services, because we already have storage functions and user accounts in Near. And also we have all the tools we need to do the stream monetization and community interaction and things like that. So, what does on-chain mean? I think I already explained it. It's about NFT content stored directly on the blockchain and no external storage involved. No IPFS or RWeave. And of course, this is not for large audio files. Like an MP3 file is 1 megabyte per minute, and it wouldn't work on the blockchain itself. But for these small files that are just like 30 kilobytes, it works very good. So, this is also something that facilitates hosting directly from the blockchain and without no need for any external hosting services. So this is should be really Vlad calls it Web 4. It's made by Vlad from Near, and there we can store the entire web app on the blockchain on Near and host it directly from Near, which is quite cool. And then we have these domain names here. So this is my smart contract, but you can have any smart contract name here and host it from the near.page domain. So, so the first NFT I did to kind of experiment with this and demonstrate this was a very simple front end, just a simple web page where you can download the content, and what you get is this WebAssembly file that you have to run, and then you can produce a WAV file from that when you run it. But this is just I think it was about 15 kilobytes, this file that you get when you download here. So, and a very simple front end for just selling and buying. So, we can listen to that track. It was kind of more The first demo I played for you was kind of more like realistic instruments, but this first one was just chiptune instruments, more like if we listen to what's here, it's a sine lead and it's kind of a very simple electric piano. So that's, but still cool sounds, but not so very complex. So, but let's listen to it. So. So that was the first NFT that I put up on here. So that was back in February, I think, or maybe even January. I don't remember right now. But the second NFT, I wanted to make some more interaction. And this also shows the concept of not using an audio file, but having this computer program that you can interact with. So then it was here just to play the music. We have to move a little forward so that we can use the mixer. So I'll just skip a bit. Yeah. So yeah, so it's a program running. It's not an audio file. So. And then I wanted to take it even further to have some remixable stuff so that you could actually have some user interaction and create your own remixes. And this is it. So here you can turn the parts on and off. So let's. And you can change the parts. So this time just broke up the entire music into parts that you could mix and match as you'd like. And as you can see here, the users have also posted the remixes, which is awesome. And I also kind of experimented with the split revenue thing here, so that if someone posts a mix, and it gets sold, they get a share of the revenues, and it goes on like that. So, but this is thanks to the concept of smart contracts and here, and you can customize this just the way you want. So, then it was about time to create a kind of, I wouldn't exactly call it a digital audio workstation, but it's a kind of a simple music app that is a bit more user-friendly than writing music in code. And so this one comes with a predefined set of instruments. So if I just, yeah, so you have the drums like we had. Yeah, it's doesn't seem to be mapped correctly, but yeah, no worries. What you can do here is you have a piano roll where you can actually insert notes. So this is probably a more familiar UI for people composing music. So that was the point here, to have a mixer and a piano roll and just be able to create stuff like this. So and you can delete it, of course. So and change the velocities and things like that. So back to full screen. So but we can play this and. And we can play along with it, so. also, like here in the previous examples, we can there are many. You can actually publish directly from here, and it ends up here, and so there are many published different tracks here. So. So yes, so that's kind of a simple app for creating and publishing music. It's all on the blockchain, hosted from the blockchain. The content is on here. So the next thing was kind of more like an exhibition where you have some visualization of it, and also want to try this pay per stream model. So here you buy the credits to visit the exhibition, and every time you play, it will deduct 1 credit. So let's check it out. So this is making a transaction right now, and you're dragged into the music. Just have to wait till the strings come in. I see that time flies fast here. So some other works. This was also a cool thing. Until now, only been experimented with sounds that are completely generated from math, but I want to apply these algorithms too for audio. So I did was part of a remixing thing where I got these audio files. We can just listen to them very quickly, and various audio files here by. So these were all by Libeskind Art, who arranged this competition together with NXM. And the point here was to remix these sounds, and by applying this this kind of synthesis technique that I used, it's something called waveguide synthesis. I'm able to play these sounds. For example, this sound that you just heard. This one, I can play that as an instrument. So that was kind of it, and yeah. So approximating the end here. So what's the plans further for this? For me, it's just to create more music and more instruments. This is kind of I do this for fun, and create more experiments and demos. And you find it all on GitHub. And there's a YouTube channel if you want to see more demonstration of how this works. And so. In the end, I will just play for you from here, so just give me a second and I will turn the music on. So it seems like I'm out of time, but thank you for attending and